It's time for the 1430 Connection on 1430 WNAV and 99.9 FM, spotlighting news, newsmakers, and important community issues. Now, with this week's edition of the 1430 Connection, here is WNAV news anchor Donna Cole.
Welcome to the 1430 Connection. I'm Donna Cole. In the studio with me today are Renee Spears and Debbie Wood. Renee is the co-chair of the Kunte Kinte Heritage Festival, and Debbie is in charge of the children's activities at the festival. She also runs a place that we all know well, the Chesapeake Children's Museum right here in Annapolis. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having us.
So I'm looking very forward to the festival this year.
We will have lots of African dancers.
Mm-hmm.
We will have lots of entertainment for you. We will have education, lots of education, people that will be bringing forth with us the Black inventors. There'll be a lot of things.
Lots of things to do. Does it run all day, Renee?
It runs from 10 to 7.
Rain or shine?
Rain or shine.
And again, if you didn't hear it, it's at Susan B. Campbell Park. And this is, how many years has this been going on? I know it hasn't been consecutive, but since the conception.
I would say it was like 27 years.
Okay, and Debbie, you wanted to
And I've been part of it for 25 years.
Wow.
And I've been part for 23.
Nice. How important, you know, we're going through a really tumultuous time in our history in the United States. There's a lot of division that we maybe have seen a little bit in the past, but it's come to light again. How important is this type of festival to maybe bridge the division and get people to understand the history of the African American people?
I think the history of the African American here in United States is also important, as well as everyone else's history, because we are indeed part of everyone else here. So I think it's important that we continue to honor that heritage. I think it's important that, I feel like a lot of kids, a lot of young folks don't really realize that we have a very rich history, and I think it has been I don't want to say dummied down, but I feel like it has not been, spotlighted as well as it should have been.
I agree, especially with Kunta Kinte being brought from on a slave ship, Lord Legionnaire, to, and I'm saying that wrong. Sorry,
Ligonier.
Thank you.
1767.
Brought
he
to
was brought
city,
here,
and
to
sold,
city dock,
sold
yes.
into slavery.
Sold into slavery, brought by the Rideout family, and then taken to Virginia from there. So, it is very important, I believe. I should say, too, that T. Arthur and David Arthur, they were the original ones who saw this vision to have this festival, and I feel like it was just so important. When I first started out, I started with Debbie. Debbie and I have been friends for many years. I started out with the Children's Museum, and then I branched on to the entertainment. Mm-hmm. I have to say that each year it has just gotten better and better. And even though we were struggling financially for quite some time, because when we were at the fairgrounds and the fairgrounds went up and we just could not afford it, so we came down. Dick Israel was instrumental in helping me to get downtown Annapolis.
Well, it's where you should be. I mean,
Yeah.
this is
That's where he came in.
Right.
Yeah, that's where he came in. So he was very, bless his heart, he just was the sweetest guy ever. He walked the streets with me downtown Annapolis to make sure that this happened. And Sheila Finlayson helped to make sure that it was a resolution.
You were one of the first festivals at Susan B. Campbell Park, correct?
Yeah. And we are sponsored by the city, I should say. We are sponsored by the city, and we're very happy for that.
Okay, let's talk about that for a minute. Even though you're sponsored by the city, you still need money to make this festival happen. And tell me about that.
We need money for tents, and we need money for just the toilets and the chairs, and entertainment is huge, because we certainly do want to make sure that we bring forth the African garbs and the dress and the arts and crafts that we have. So we do not charge to get in, because we can't fence off downtown, but we do charge the vendors, and we do charge the arts and crafts vendors, and we charge the food vendors.
So if people want to make donations, how do they do that?
go to www.kuntekinte.org, and right on their website you can do a donation.
And it's extremely helpful to making sure this continues.
And any donation that we get, nothing's too small. So we are very appreciative to everyone. We are appreciative to everyone in Annapolis who comes to, support us.
On that note, we're going to take a quick break. This is Donna Cole on the 1430 Connection. We will be right back. Welcome back to the 1430 Connection. I'm Donna Cole. In the studio with me today is Renee Spears. She's co-chair of the Kunte Kinte Heritage Festival, and Debbie Wood of the Chesapeake Children's Museum, who is involved and has been for many years with the children's activities for the Kunte Kinte Heritage Festival. Debbie, talk about what we have to look forward to and what got you involved originally. And you've been with 25 years, you said.
Yes, but at the time I was studying the Children's Museum, and I had been to the Kunte Kinte Festival with a couple of kids and just felt like this was a good way to be connected, to have the Children's Museum connected with the festival, and to bring to the festival experiences so that children can feel like they're connected to Kunte Kinte. When Alex Haley wrote the book, the character, who is his ancestor, was vehement about not letting go of his African heritage, the village that he grew up in, his family, the spiritual, geographic, the whole, the emotion of being an African person never left him, and he didn't want to lose that through his descendants. So his daughter Kizzy was told all about the village, the people, the family history, the river, the wildlife, the hacking down a tree to make a drum for his brother. That all got passed down, and because Alex Haley listened to the stories from his grandmother, those stories continued to get passed down through his book, and we continue after Alex Haley's death to share that vivid culture with all the children of Annapolis and the areas that Prince George's County sends a lot of people to the festival, the whole East Coast, but we share it with the African descendants of Kunta Kinte and his peers who were enslaved, but also all the groups, all the ethnicities. I grew up in Silver Spring, right outside Washington, D.C., and there were so many ethnic festivals every year. We went to Greek festivals, anything. And when I came here, it just felt like there needed to be more done for the African-American children to connect with their roots, which is the title of the book.
Right.
And when I came to the festival with a couple of children, there was musicians, there were arts and crafts sellers, and I just felt like something hands-on for the children would really bring home the idea of who was Kunta Kinte as a little boy? What did he have to leave behind? And what can we pass on to future generations so he never has to let go of it?
Yeah, the novel Roots, many pages. I don't know the exact number of pages,
400 some.
But this isn't a book that small children can read.
And they shouldn't read it.
No, exactly right. As we grow away from the buzz that surrounded that book when we were all young, the ladies sitting at this table, that doesn't exist today, even with the remake of the Roots miniseries that just happened on TV at the beginning of the summer.
Yeah, but I could hardly watch that. So it's not for children.
What did you, just off topic, what did you think of that?
I thought it was a very good series. I felt like I did watch it, and I did read the book Roots before it was popular to read. It has always been something that I've always wanted to, in my heart, wanted to be able to keep with me, and I also gave it to my kids.
Right. And
I teach at a school, I give it to the kids at my school as well, because I feel like it is important. Our heritage is important. And I thought that series was very good. There are certain things in it that, some people say, I've read some of the comments that said that, it didn't really happen. Well,
it happened.
It's
just the harsh reality.
The real history.
Alex Haley, though, with the novel, said that there were parts that were fiction and much of it nonfiction. So,
he did say that.
Artistic license is fine, and the oral tradition isn't going to get passed down with 100% accuracy.
No.
The fact of the matter is, this is our American history. It's world history, for that matter.
It is.
And it's important that children learn it. So again, going back to Debbie, tell me what the kids can expect going into the Kunte Kinte Heritage Festival this year.
Well, one of the things that we do is mask making, and they're called spirit masks, because you have to visualize and conceptualize visualize what spirit do I want to evoke in this mask. And it could be a spirit of happiness or healing or strength or whatever. That's the tradition of how masks get made, is they represent something. So we use a half of a 1-gallon water jug. You cut it in half, and that turns into a mask, and it's worked so well for years. I just stick with that. We add raffia and whatever odds and ends, because the tradition of folk craft is you use whatever you have around you. And we're not hacking down trees, so we're not making them out of
and
wood.
you have a lot of volunteers that help to come in to help you to do those things too.
Yeah, and what happens is when the visitors come and get started, they help each other. They get ideas off each other. They pass materials to each other. So it just kind of takes off on its own. So that's one. I brought a rhythm instrument.
Now I'm looking at, you can't see on the radio, but I'm looking at a stick with a couple of bottle caps attached to it.
Yeah, with a
And
piece of wire.
And,
So I don't know how long we've had metal bottle caps in West Africa, but at some point somebody picks them up, punched a hole in it, strung it with a piece of wire or something, and of course sticks you have all over the world. So that turned into a rhythm instrument that children can easily make, adults can easily make, and it's something permanent to take home with you to just keep the spirit going. Another thing that we do is we have dress-up clothes and baby dolls, so kids can tie a baby doll on their back, because in the tradition, it's the older children who look after the younger children. So the way you do that is you tie them on. So we try to have children experience what it might be like. One thing I've thought of, but I haven't asked the city about the logistics of this, Kunta Kinte's job as probably about an 8-year-old was a goat herder. Wouldn't it be cool to have some live goats?
Yeah.
So I've thought about that. See if we could work that out.
That would be pretty,
That
absolutely
would be cool.
fantastic.
Right. But the idea is that, with hands-on learning, which is what children's museums are all about, how does a child experience, touch, feel, smell, taste, make, walk around in? How does he experience that precious heritage that Kunta Kinte as a child had to leave behind and didn't want to leave behind? And so we're going to carry it on.
Recreate that. All right, when we come back, more about children's activities and what music and food you can expect and lots more. I'm Donna Cole on the 1430 Connection. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the 1430 Connection. In the studio with me today is Renee Spears, co-chair of the Kunte Kinte Heritage Festival, and Debbie Wood, who is doing the children's activities at the Kunte Kinte Heritage Festival. She's been doing it for 25 years. Renee has been involved with the festival for a couple of decades as well. And Debbie also runs the Chesapeake Children's Museum. We're talking about all the fun we can all expect to have at the Heritage Festival, Kunte Kinte Heritage Festival, Saturday, September 24th, rain or shine, at Susan B. Campbell Park. Let's talk about food, one of my favorite subjects. Renee?
Well, there'll be a lot of great food. That's the one thing that you definitely can look forward to at the festival. We're going to have like potato salad and yummy fried fish and chicken, and all of these things are good. They are good. They are not good maybe for your cholesterol, but let me just say that you just have it for that one day and you enjoy
and then
it.
Salad the rest
and
of the
then
week.
you just, because it is delicious. It is part of the African American heritage, and the fried fish. We're going to have churches that come out, and they are going to be able to, cook some wonderful meals for you. Meals usually cost between the whole meal between $8 and $10.
Nice, and it's free to get into the
It
festival.
is free, yeah. So you can certainly, use some of that money for that. We'll have some entertainment.
Let's talk about entertainment. Who do you already have confirmed?
Clones of Funk.
Nice.
Clones of Funk is going to be there, and Kwame, who is from Prince George's County, he has a school. And he talked to me about coming, and he's going to bring his African dancers and the African music, and he will get the crowd.
You know what? I think I've seen him before.
He will get the
Ansabru.
crowd, he'll get them going. So we're excited about that. And Chris Haley went to Africa this this past summer, and he really has brought back a lot of wonderful information.
Chris, and for those that don't know, Chris is Alex Haley's nephew. He works
Right.
at the State Archives, and I had him on this show talking about that trip to where Kunta Kinte lived,
Yeah.
to where he
Yeah.
was captured and brought into the ship to be taken across the Atlantic and to arrive at Annapolis. So he's going to be talking to people about the trip.
Yeah, he's gone. He's really. I feel like he's really captured some of the some of the heart-wrenching things that has happened, that had happened there. So I'm excited that he's going to come. He said he's just going to talk for a few minutes
Yeah,
about it.
well,
and I
guess
felt
we all
like-
know Chris Haley, and
He'll talk.
Yeah, I feel like it's something that he should, bring to us. So,
Absolutely.
another thing that I'm really excited about is the arts and crafts. I brought one with me. This is copper relief, and we had someone down at the fairgrounds did this one year, and he just banged it out. It's
Wow.
copper. It's like a copper foiling, and then it's like almost like aluminum foil. But then you would draw the image on the copper, and then you would bang it out, and then you use a sulfur to bring the colors up. And look how beautiful that is.
amazing.
That's a lot of the art that we'll be getting is handmade, and I would say most of the art that we're getting is handmade, and we looked for it to be straight from Africa.
And you'll be having vendors also selling their homemade,
Yes,
in
this
addition
is
to
what that- yes.
jewelry also.
So there'll be
and some other-
jewelry,
okay.
there'll be mud cloth, there'll be dresses, there'll be wonderful other different types of art as well. We are now working with a local artist, Tony Spencer. We are hoping that his art will be also portrayed there. So we want people from Annapolis as well. And speaking of Annapolis, I wanted to also tell you that one of the things I'm excited about, last year I started, and this year I'm bringing back, is the Shelley White Award. And Shelley White was a detective with the Annapolis Police Department. This award honors people in the community that have showed a commitment to people in the community by volunteering or mentoring.
Wonderful.
As you know, Shelley was he was like a big brother to like a lot of the kids. And I contacted his wife, the retired commander, Dee Dee White, and she, was very happy to do that. So last year we presented to Hannah Chambers, who just passed away. This sadly passed away this year. I was very glad to Miss Hannah was with the festival for many years, and also to T. Arthur, who
Right.
And this year we have two, and I'm not going to announce those two yet, but the Shelley White Award is an award that I hope that we will continue to have throughout the festival. He also volunteered at the festival with us for many years.
That's wonderful.
Many
So
years.
in addition to helping financially, you do need volunteers to help as
We
well.
do, exactly.
And so people can get a hold of you through the website again. Say it one more time.
www.kuntekinte.org.
If you want a reminder also about when the festival is, you can go on Facebook, and there's a Facebook event created for it. Just look up Kunte Kinte Heritage Festival, and you will get a reminder the day before, I believe,
Exactly.
if you sign up that you're interested or that you're going. And just go ahead and do that. That way you make sure that it's on your
calendar.
on your radar. Exactly
Yes.
right. What haven't I mentioned that you wanted to convey, both?
There's an idea I came up with when we were moving down to the city dock a couple years ago, and that is there's this amazing wall, the story wall it's called, that Leonard Blackshear started as he made the Alex Haley monument with the statue. And I had an idea that we could get interest in the story wall and the festival by having community members nominate people that would embody these different aspects, these
wonderful,
virtues.
right.
So dedication, heritage, servitude, perseverance, faith, family, forgiveness, love, challenge, and diversity. And along the wall, there are quotes from the book for each of these virtues. And we're just hoping that people would want to nominate somebody, a 200-word essay or less, $5 contribution to the festival, and all nominees will be recognized at the festival.
And that again goes through the website.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, www.kuntekinte.org. Also, I want to mention that Annapolis High School will be showcasing some of their art for the Kunte Kinte Festival this year.
Love
as well.
it. Getting the kids involved some
Getting
more.
everybody involved. I'm so excited, and I thank you very much for having us out today.
Please,
to
the
talk
pleasure
about
is
the
all mine.
festival.
Thank you for doing what you're doing. I'm Donna Cole. This is the 1430 Connection. We'll see you next week.